it's Mrs. Davis, and this is the Happy Place to Grow. And you know, lately we've been really growing and stretching in the area of reading. We've been using our letter knowledge and the sounds that the letters make. We're putting those two puzzle pieces together so that we can have a strategy to read words quicker and more effectively. Now, in the last couple sessions, we've been working with short vowels, specifically short A, which says A. We're going to put short A away for a little while, and we're going to be working on another short vowel sound. We're going to be working on short I. You know, the short vowels say their specific sounds. A, I, A, I, A. And we've worked with short A, and now we're going to be working on building and reading short I words. You know, when I think about short I always think about itchy. It helps me to remember that short I in a word says and I think about the word itchy. So that's going to help us remember that short I says You know, some of these short vowels sound very similar. So we're going to be taking the short I, and we're going to be putting it together with some ending sounds. We're going to be building in words this week. And I love the letter X. It's another letter that we don't use very often when we're building and reading words. I love how X sounds. It sounds like, you know, you're getting a flat tire. It sounds like this. So we're going to be putting short I with letter X, and that's going to sound like this. X, X. And then we're going to get kind of tricky on ourselves because we're going to be pulling out, you know, these two partners, the CK that say K. They partner up and team up. We're going to be pulling those guys together again, and we're going to be putting CK with I, and it's going to sound like this. Ick. And this is going to be kind of tricky for us because short I and X say icks, and short I with the CK says ick. So we're going to have to really be focused on this one as we're building and reading, and then when we get to the spelling part for sure. So today I'm going to put the CK away because we're going to pull that guy out a little bit later. We'll move some of these letters and get less crowded. We're going to be borrowing different letters for different word buildings, but let me stick CK down here. Today, we've also got something new that we're going to be thinking about, a new team. Yeah, we're going to be thinking about these two letters, TH. They team up, and they do something very surprising. First of all, they don't say their sounds. So that makes, when you see T and H together, that makes it a little bit interesting when you're sounding it out because you're not going to say t-ha, t-ha. These two make a quiet or a voiced, an unvoiced sound, and they also make a voiced sound. So I have two THs because, well, you know, TH wants to be kind of fancy when it walks together, these two partners. Yeah, wants to say two different sounds, but nothing like the letters that build the team. Well, the unvoiced sound, which is quiet, says I'm gonna say, try that with me. Look out and go. You hear TH when you're saying the word with. Practice it again with me. So TH in some words can say a very quiet, we call it unvoiced, because you don't really hear it. It's very soft. And fancy TH partnership also can say a noisy sound, a voiced sound. And you have to stick your tongue out for this one too. And it's going to sound like this. It's going to be like, it's very tickly. I'm going to say, yeah, let's practice together. As in the word that. Yeah. So, fancy TH. We're going to be growing and expanding our letter sound knowledge, and sometimes we're going to see combos, partners that partner up, and sometimes they're going to say like this CK, they're just going to say one sound. They say k. Sometimes letters are going to go together and they're going to say both of their sounds. But in this case, this team says something totally different. Quiet, unvoiced, and this one, so we're going to be building and thinking about today words that have the TH combo, and we'll be practicing this partnership sound, whether it's voiced or unvoiced. I know we can do this. So in today's session, we're going to be thinking about our first little team. Let me stick Mr. X-Man down here. We're going to be thinking about short I, and the ending sound and we're going to be putting these two together to make the rhyme, and it will be the in rhyming family. And something cool, I bet you thought about this when I was sounding this out. I bet you thought, hey, in is a word. If you thought that, you smart going, you were thinking correctly. In is the rhyme, the middle and the end, and it's also a word. So in this rhyming family, the rhyme can be a word. That's cool. So we're going to be putting a beginning sound. We're going to be using our little strategy of sounding words out. You can beginning, middle, and end, blend, say it fast, or you can use the little finger tap, beginning, middle, end, slide, say it fast. All right, we ready to build? Okay, here we go. I've got some beginning sounds. Well, let's do this one first. How about it? Let's sound out the word in. Just don't warm us up. We know it's a word. We've already worked on it. All right, let me squeeze this over here so we don't have a bunch of letters. Got their beginning sounds over here. And watch out for our TH combo, because it's going to be with this activity today. Here we go. We're doing in. You ready? So we're going to sound it out. I'm going to point to it. And what did you say? Oh, there's only two sounds. So we're not going to start up here, are we? We're going to start here. I, n. I, n. I, n. Because the vowel is the beginning sound. Okay, here we go. Ready? I, n. Good job. Now you do it. Awesome. Now let's blend. In. Ooh, good. Now you do it. I heard you all the way out there in Homeland. You did great. Let's say it fast. Ready? Here we go. In. And the word is in. I want to go in my house to get out of the rain. Let's go in and get some lunch. In is the opposite of out. Awesome. Okay, so our first word that we built is the word in. Looks like this. In. It is a word. I love it. Okay, word number 2 that we're going to build. I'm going to cover up my little word box. We're going to take this letter. All right, let's review the sound that goes with this letter. Can you do it? Did you say? Great. We're going to take and put it within. And let's sound it out. Here we go, beginning, middle, and end. Now you've got your 3 tags. Here we go. Yeah. One more time. It. Great. Now you do it at home. Remember, when we practice, it really sharpens our skills. Practice makes permanent. Here we go. Let's blend it together slowly. Fin. Fin. Now you do it at home. Great job. Now we're going to say it fast. Are you ready? Here we go. Fin. Fin. When I went to the ocean, I saw a shark fin pop up out of the water. Oh no, I don't want to see that, do you? Fin. Yeah, it's a body part of a fish, right? A fin. All right. Excellent job. So far, so good. And here's the word fin all together. Awesome. So far we've built in and fin. Let's keep going. Let's take the next sound. This is the letter P, correct? And P says P, P. Don't add any extra sounds. P. Great. We're going to put P with in, P with in, with the run part. Let's sound it out. Here we go. P, I. Now you do it. We like to hear each sound. Now we're going to flow them back together. Let's blend. Pin. Super. Now you do it on your own. Excellent. Let's say it fast. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, you thought I was going. I'll go this time. Ready? Pin. Pin. Now, some kids think a pin, I know especially where I live in the South, we kind of say things a little bit drawn out. So sometimes my students used to think a pen was something that you would write with. That's not correct, is it? A pen is a sharp object that has a point on it. A pen. But a pen with a short E is what you write with. So a pen. So if I used that in a sentence, it would be, I used a pen to pop the balloon. Or, my button came off my shirt, so Mom had to pin it together, like with a safety pin. So pin, yeah. So when you're thinking about this word P-I-N, we're thinking about a sharp object that has a point on it that you can pop a balloon with, or a safety pin that you can hold something together, that maybe if you've lost a button. Pin. Here's what the word pin looks like. Let me get my word list. Pin. Yeah. Super. We're doing great. Got two more that we're going to do. I'm going to save the TH combo for last because we are going to build a word that has the TH. Let's remove that guy. And let's get this. What letter is this? Yeah. It's a W. It's toward the end of the alphabet. What does W say? Yeah, it says like water or walrus. We're going to be using, oh, I know, we don't get to use W that often, so it's kind of fun. We're going to put with N and create another word in the N rhyming family. Okay, here we go. Let's sound it out. Let's do it one more time. Now let's blend it. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot. You got to do it on your own. Great job. Now let's blend slowly. Let's blend all those sounds together. When. One more time. When. Good. Now you do it on your own. Great. Let's say it fast. Here we go. Let's put that word together quickly. Win. Win. I hope you win that contest you're in. Or I want my team to win the game. Win. Oh man, that's a really awesome word. Let's take a look at it as a whole word. Win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, here's our last in word. We're going to be taking this team. Remember, we're not going to be saying t. So we're not going to get, when we're doing our blending, we're not going to say t, it, We're only going to have one sound up here, and then our vowel, and then our end, because remember, these guys team, okay? In this word, they're going to be saying their unvoiced sound. They're going to be saying the quiet. So let's practice this team before we put it with N. It's going to be saying quiet. Good. Now you do it. Good. Now let's put with in. Yeah. Now I'm only going to tap under these two together. I'm not going to tap, 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 tap. There's not 4 sounds. There's 3 sounds. 4 letters build the spelling of this word, but only 3 sounds. That's sometimes what makes reading a little tricky in spelling. So that's why we're practicing when we come up against unusual words. We can get them and we can read them. We'll have confidence. Okay, here we go. Good. One more time. Now you do it on your own. Just say, good. Awesome. Let's blend those 3 sounds together. Ready? Thin. Let's do it one more time. Thin. Great. Okay, now you do it on your own. You got it. Now say it fast. Here we go. Ready, set, thin. Now what do you think the word thin means? Well, it's the opposite of thick, which is another word, by the way. Thin, very skinny, very narrow, like a thin opening. I had to squeeze through a very thin space. Thin is the opposite of thick. If I'm drinking a milkshake, I definitely want a thick milkshake and not a thin milkshake. How about you? But if I'm eating cake, I might want a thin slice of cake instead of a thick slice, right? Yeah, thin. Awesome. Boy, I tell you, we have really, really worked hard on the N rhyming family. Let's look at that as a whole word, thin. Okay, let's review the words that we built today with the N rhyming family. First of all, we used I, short I. We put it together with and that actually is the rhyming family name, N, but it's also a word, right? And then we worked on the TH sound, which says has two sounds when TH walks together, unvoiced and voiced, right? So we did a lot of work today. Let's close out by reviewing all of our words that we built in the N family, and then I want you to join me in the next video because we're going to be thinking about X. Yeah, we're going to be building X, and we're also going to be putting X together with, let me see if I can find my CK guy. I've lost him. Let me just stick him right here. We're going to be thinking about Ix and Ick. They sort of sound alike. So we're going to build both of those rhyming families to compare them. That will be really fun. Oh, here he is. He's hiding on me. Yeah. So join me in the next video because we're going to keep on building and reading, and we're going to be growing our word knowledge. Let's close up today's session. The N family. The N family. Diddly-doo. Diddly-doo. Whoops. Letter X. Get back in there. Here we go. Let's review. What word was this? In. Good job. And then we built fin. And then we built pin. You know, the sharp object, not the thing you write with. And then we built win. I want to win the game. And then finally, we built thin. Oh, wow. That was a session. It was fun working with you today, and I know you did your very, very best. And before you know it, you'll be sailing into this wonderful journey called reading. You'll be an expert. You'll be helping other kids because you'll be so sharp and on the ball. All right, until our next reading session together, as always, practice, practice, practice. Hey, and maybe you could spy out for some words that have the TH sound. Yeah, when you're reading, or mom or dad or grandma is reading a book, look for words with the TH sound. Then look a little, stick a tongue out, and you won't get in trouble. All right, until our next time together, have a good one, and I'll see you real soon.